Hey guys, it's me, the Bombay Chef Varun Inamdar, and welcome to yet another episode of the Curry World. Well, today's recipe is a take on the quintessential Pakistani kadhai recipe, and this is the Safed chicken ki kadhai or the white chicken kadhai. White chicken kadhai, well, from the name itself, you know the color of the dish eventually. So, keeping that in mind, the ingredients are used in a way that they don't leach any color. So, no yellow, no red, no green, nothing. Just borderlining on flavor as a profile. Let's begin with frying the chicken. For that, in a wok, I'm going to use oil, and in this case, slightly more oil, because the oil in this case is also going to be used eventually to dab and eat almost like an offshoot of a curry. Let's turn the flame on and allow the oil to heat nicely and properly. The oil is heated up. Let's begin with some garam masala, whole spices in this case, bay leaf, some sticks of cinnamon, and along with this, some green cardamom. Well, immediately let's add in pieces of chicken on bone. Let's stir the chicken and ensure that it does not stick at the bottom of the pan. Well, if the oil has properly heated, it will not stick to the bottom. Let's add in salt. Well, you can of course adjust this a little later as well. Let's stir this well. Well, ensure that the chicken gets well seared on the outside, and after which we'll begin adding a few more ingredients. Well, it's a recipe that does not use a lot of ingredients. And trust me, you will not feel that the flavor is any lesser than any different curry that you may have eaten across the globe. Once the chicken sears on the outside, I'm going to add in paste of ginger, garlic and green chilies. But before that, let me tell you that the amount of oil in this recipe, you may at this point in time feel that the amount is slightly higher. But trust me, when the chicken curry eventually completes or finishes, when the oil precipitates on top or when it rises on the top, that itself will have ounces of flavor and you will not complain anymore. Let's add in paste of ginger, garlic and green chilies. And along with this, I'm also adding in paste of a red onion. Well, all you need to do is pick an onion, peel it nicely and then quarter it. Run it to a nice smooth and fine paste without use of water. And that's where you land into a paste which is nice, smooth and has that tinge of pink. Let's mix this well. We need to stir this till the raw flavor of ginger, garlic, green chilies and onion goes away. Also, what's going to happen is, because we are cooking this on high flame, the chicken would continue to cook and leach in all its wonderful flavor and juices in the oil. Once the raw flavor goes away, let's add in few more ingredients, beginning with green chilies. Well, tiny green chilies which are very spicy, cumin seeds, followed by garam masala powder, and along with this, some black pepper which is freshly crushed. Well, at this stage, you can also add in a teaspoon of Safed miri powder or white pepper powder, which is going to give you that undertone of spice. It's of course not going to be as prominent as the black pepper, but it's going to have that little undertone which is also required for a recipe like this. Let's stir this well. At this stage, the chicken has become nice and creamy and is almost there. It's 3/4 cooked as of now. We're not going to reduce the flame because as this keeps cooking on the inside, it also kind of sears on the outside, and that's the beauty of this recipe. Eventually, when it's done and ready, it's creamy because of course it's going to have cream, it's going to have dahi, and it's going to become nice and creamy. It's going to have that layer of fat. It's going to be crisp on the outside, it's going to be tender within. It's wonderful. Once this is seared well, time to add in dahi, which of course has to be whipped or whisked. Along with this, I'm also going to add in cream. Well, this is where the name comes from, which is white chicken kadhai. And this needs to be stirred well. Well, if you omit the tomatoes from the original recipe of kadhai and add in curd and cream, you land into a recipe which is much similar, and that is white chicken kadhai. Let's stir this well. Allow the chicken to now cook completely till it's well done. Well, simultaneously, it's also going to start leaching its juices. It's also going to start absorbing a lot of flavor and also start releasing its fat, which is quintessentially important for a recipe like this. Let's cover this and keep it for 10 minutes. It's been 20 minutes and the chicken should be perfectly cooked and ready. Let's stir this well, and time to serve this. And finally, last but not the least, a generous sprinkling of ginger and green chili juliennes. With this, your Safed chicken kadhai or white chicken kadhai is done and ready. Make this for your family, make this for your friends, and ensure that you let us know in the comment section how you like it. Stay tuned for more such quick, simple and stunning recipes in this new series called The Curry World. Bye for now.